Hey, I'm 37 weeks pregnant and I'm currently studying in my son's nursery, and I'm really proud with how everything turned out. So today I wanted to show you the process of completing it from start to finish. This is the room that we started with when we first moved into our house in 2020, and to save you guys all time, I'm going to start here after the first remodel. If you guys want a video of the first remodel, just let me know down in the comments, but I'm going to warn you, it's a lot. Obviously, the first thing we had to do was remove all the furniture that didn't make sense, so baby's not going to use a full-size bed, so we bagged that and moved that over to my sister's for storage. Baby also isn't going to use a treadmill, so we moved that to my office, which I also recently remodeled. If you guys want a video of that, let me know. And then everything else we moved to the center of the room. Real quick, I had to fix a drywall mistake that Jordan and I had made during the first remodel. I used spackling paste to fill in a gap near the light switch where we mismeasured. Now the biggest thing this room needed at this point was paint, so that's what I'm going to focus on the most. And I didn't bother to lay down any plastic because I found that dry paint actually pops up really easily off of laminate flooring, at least the flooring that we have. So don't come at me if you try it and it doesn't work for you. So fortunately, I had only one accent wall that I had to prime, and I only did one coat because I'm cheap and lazy, and guess what? That was enough. Also, for anyone who might be worried, I did use a respirator mask and I did paint with the windows down, so don't freak out. Nobody cares more about my baby's safety than me as his mother, trust me. The next thing I had to do was lay down the base colors on all four walls, and my goal was to make a very calming pastel gradient sunset, and it was very time consuming, but I did it all with a brush instead of a roller because it gave me more control. So I went from a yellow at the bottom to pink to purple to blue, and I really love how it turned out. It was exactly what I wanted. It's super calming and it just makes me happy every time I walk into the room. Next, I wanted to paint in a bunch of pastel planets and other space things. I started by using white chalk to sketch out the design, and that worked great because it was just barely dark enough to see. I could paint over it and it wouldn't bleed through, and it also easily wiped away if I did make a mistake. For paint, I picked up a pack of acrylics and some white paint, and I mixed up my own pastels. I then hand painted all four walls. I also later added a white border around the planets to help them pop. And then what I believe to be the most time consuming, I wanted to do galaxy clouds. So I ended up picking up a paint sponge and using that to lightly dab on some cloud effects. And then, using a small brush, I hand painted all the stars within that galaxy cloud, and it seriously took me forever. And I don't know if the final effect was worth it, but it was still kind of a nice way to fill in the gaps between the planets, so I don't know, you guys let me know. So with the biggest job done, we then had to finish up all the smaller details, so Jordan was finally able to put up the window trim that got ignored during the first remodel, and this was his inspiration picture, and honestly, he nailed it. It turned out so good, and I'm so proud of him. He also put up these super cool wooden blinds that we got for only $20 at a local wholesale box store. They were the perfect size, and it looks amazing. I decided to paint all the remaining furniture this light gray color, just so they would match, and I wouldn't have to buy new furniture. Jordan assembled the crib, which we got from his sister. My sister gifted us her old rocking chair. And as for the rest of baby's furniture, the changing table and the bassinet will be in our room during baby's early months. And the last touch was to add a rug, and I found this perfect one from Amazon. The gray matches the furnitures perfectly, and then the pastel planets match the walls. It's so soft, and honestly, it just ties the room together. Then after some organizing and some final touches, the nursery was finally done. I love it so much, and I really hope our little man loves it too. Thank you guys so much for watching all the way until the end. I really hope you enjoyed this video and that this room makes you as happy as it makes me. And if you have any questions, please leave me a comment. I'll be happy to answer them. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!